Welcome to the Optima Poker Trainer video demo where you can learn both game theory optimal poker strategy as well as exploitative poker strategy. This is the game customization screen, so you can customize your poker game based on the number of opponents at the table, also based on starting chip stack sizes, and also based on the opponent types at the table. All opponent types range from loose to very loose, tight, very tight, game theory optimal exploitative, or you can also choose to play against unknown opponent types, which will be randomly selected from those 6 options. So here's the playing screen. We have a 10-handed table, everyone with 100 big blinds. All opponents unknown, meaning they're randomly selected from those 6 opponent type options. Here we have Jack 6 offsuit, under the gun, folding. If you press the go button, it'll automatically make that game theory optimal decision, which is highlighted in green. Suboptimal decisions are highlighted in red. Here we have early position hands folding, around to King Queen, which is raising. And King 10 offsuit is going to call from the button. If you press the explain button, it'll give you more detailed explanations and calculations about the hand, the opponent's estimated hand ranges at the table, and the raising, calling, and folding ranges with the probabilities of each of those ranges listed out. You can also see this particular opponent is very loose, so they're going to call and raise with a wider range of hands. In this particular scenario, they're calling. Ace-Jack suited, Ace-Jack offsuit is also calling. This is a tight opponent, that's why they're not raising with the Ace-Jack. A very loose or a loose opponent probably would have raised with the Ace-Jack here. But because they're tight, they call, big blind folds, and we see the flop. Here, Ace-Jack offsuit is checking in first position. King-Queen offsuit is going to continuation bet. Again, if we press the explain button, it'll show that King-Queen offsuit has a weighted average equity of 44.65% in this particular scenario. That means that this hand has a 44% chance of winning against the opponent's estimated hand ranges, which is also listed out there. That opponent estimated hand range is all the different hands that the opponents would have called with in this particular scenario. So you see here the King-Queen is going to bet, and it's just barely going to bet because 44% is just above the 43.2% cutoff for where this would be a check instead of a continuation bet. And because these other 2 hands have nothing, actually the Ace-Jack offsuit is going to call here, which is an interesting call. Again, if we press the explain button, we'll see that Ace-Jack offsuit has a 40% weighted average equity. The minimum equity to call is 35%. So even though the Ace-Jack offsuit is unimproved, the opponent's estimated hand range is wide enough that it makes sense to call here and see the turn. And because this is pre and flop only mode with version 2.0, all hands end after the turn. So this is a new hand, and it goes, you can see full functionality here. These are all random hands. Nothing has been predetermined here, so these are all completely random hands generated by random numbers. And you can learn from all these hands as you play with no advertisements, no user data collected, no in-app purchases required currently, so this is just a free gift to the poker community to learn and enjoy. You can also download the Optima Poker Trainer ebook. If you press this link here, it'll take you to Amazon, where you can see a free look inside of the Optima Poker Trainer book and get all of the additional details on how the algorithm functions and a lot more explanations. So we look forward to sharing all these features of new features coming with version 3.0, and stay tuned for that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.